everything I'd missed. It was so easy. I did it more often. People call me dumb for not paying attention to my schooling, but they don't understand that I am smarter than them. What I learned was much more important than anything taught in classrooms. I learned how I was going to live. Generally, I apply the 80-20 principle to life. 20% effort for 80% reward. This philosophy has ensured that I notch up the kind of successes most people my age only dream about. One day, I am going to get someone to write a book about my philosophy of life. I think there are a lot of poor souls who would benefit from my simple, yet highly effective outlook. Though I barely scraped through matric, and I have never spent a single day in a university lecture hall, I own, aged 24, 2 businesses, a fully paid-up penthouse on Greyston Drive in Sandton, right at the heart of Johannesburg's swanky metropolis, and I drive a luxury German vehicle, a convertible no less. Not bad for a girl from Makholwa. Yep, that's my hood, baby. My role model is Donald Trump. I have his motivational book and Richard Branson's. The other books I love are Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and Why Men Love Bitches. Oh yes, I have a PhD in men-cology, baby. Most of my friends are still battling to complete their degrees and diplomas and often gape at me as I rock my Christian Louboutins, rushing to an important meeting or going to grab a latte. There is nothing that irks a bookworm more than seeing someone like me make a success of her life. But whoever said that all men or women are born equal? And as I was saying, I'm from Makholwa, so hardly born with a silver spoon. Au contraire, my mother's name is Gladys Oliphant. She was born into a colored family in Hammondscroll back in the 1960s. When she was 20, she was plucky enough to pack 2 pieces of luggage, her dompas, and 300 rand in order to hitchhike her way to Johannesburg, the city of hustlers, gold diggers, and prospectors. She landed up in Hillbrow, where she started working at a place that was a cross between a jazz lounge and a latter-day township tavern. She doesn't like to talk about that period of her life, but whenever her sisters get drunk and into fights with her, they always say, "Don't think we've forgotten that you were once nothing but a prostitute." This is usually followed by the mother of all catfights, some crying, then later, all of them drunkenly professing their undying love for each other. Seriously, my family is so lame. They are so embarrassing. You wouldn't believe that I'm related to them. I was so lucky to discover Auntie Mabel, my father's younger sister, who owns a clothing boutique in Rosebank. My father never married Gladys. He left my mother when I was 3 and then died in a mining accident a few years later. I never knew his side of the family until Auntie Mabel reached out to my mother a few years ago. Turns out, Mabel had kept in contact with Gladys over the years, but my mom's bitterness towards my late father meant that she never told me about his sister when I was a child. Oddly enough, when the time finally came for our little reunion, Gladys was fussing around like a blushing Makoti about to meet her in-laws for the first time. As for me, I fell in love with Auntie Mabel at first sight. My aunt is so cool and stylish and worldly. She's like the older version of me. Even if she's not that pretty, she knows how to take care of herself, and she gets invited to all these swanky events by clients from the boutique. I noticed that she dressed differently from anyone I'd ever met before. Unlike my mother, who'd decided to don a leopard print top and skin-tight faux leather pants to our first family reunion, Mabel wore a casual Gucci pantsuit with stylish loafers that gave off an air of effortless elegance. Just perfect. And the way she spoke and carried herself was far more polished than anything I'd seen from my other so-called relatives.